All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is part two, so a little continuation on our beginning single conversions. And this one is a little bit more tricky. So these ones are the double conversions, but they also have double units. So the important thing to remember is, as you can see, when we have these double conversions, or sorry, these double units, they're side by side. But it's confusing because we always say that we're going to be canceling in order to get rid of it. So what we have to make sure we do is we cancel. Instead, we rewrite it. So mg over ml. And what we want to get it into is kg over L. So what we do when we have them over top of each other, we just take it one step at a time. So let's just start with whatever is on the top, just for fun. And we want to get it out of milligrams into kilograms. So what we have to do though is that intermediate step, we got to get it to grams first. So let's cancel the milligrams, put it into grams, and keep going. We don't want to finish it in grams, we want it in kilograms, so get it out of grams and into kilograms. So right now if we stop there and we canceled our units, we'd end up having milligrams gone, grams gone, and we'd have kilograms over milliliters. But we don't want milliliters, so let's get rid of it. Same thing, if we want to get rid of something on the bottom, you do the same thing onto the top and it'll cancel for you. And then all we have to do now, so these ones are going to cancel, milliliters, milliliters, and then our unit's going to be, we're going to end up having kilograms per liter. So let's fill in the numbers now to see what we're going to get. 1 megagram is 10 to the 6 grams, 1 kilogram is 10 to the 3, 1 milliliter is 10 to the negative 3. So when we do this, we have 5 times 10 to the 6, to the 3, and then to the 6. So these ones end up canceling. So 5 times 10 to the 6. Okay? So the next one we're looking at here is a temperature conversion. These ones are pretty straightforward. We're just working on working based off of a formula. You guys have probably heard it before. You know, if you want to change it from one to the other, you times it by 2 and add 30, or divide by or minus 30 and divide by 2. It's similar to that, but in this one's just a lot more exact. So if we have a temperature of, let's say, 34 degrees Celsius, so a hot summer day in Penticton, well, let's see what it's going to be in Fahrenheit. So we take that 9 over 5 and we times it by whatever the degrees Celsius was, and then we add 32. 1.8, we times that by 34 and add 32, so times 34 plus 32, so it's going to be 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And then if we want to do the opposite thing, so let's say we want to find out what 100 degrees Fahrenheit is in Celsius. So we take 5 divided by 9 this time, 5 divided by 9 this time, and then we fill in our 100 degrees minus 32, so we take that 5 over 9, and then multiply it by 68, and we end up getting 37.8 degrees. And then the last little temperature conversion we're going to be looking at here is Celsius to Kelvin. So there's no direct way to go from Fahrenheit to Kelvin, which we'll see later. We have to do just an intermediate step. So whatever your degrees Celsius is, so if we have 10 degrees Celsius, if you want to put it into Kelvin, which is the scientific measurement of temperature, you just add 273.15. So this one we get 283.15. We don't put a degree sign, it's just Kelvin. Okay? So whatever it is, add 273.15. These formulas and the conversions will all be given to you here. Okay, and the last one here is a pressure conversion. We do a lot of pressure type stuff in chemistry. These ones are all equivalent. These are all equivalent the whole way across, so they can be interchanged. 760 torr is this, 760 is this. So if we want to have 18 millimeters of mercury, you don't have to worry about the whole exponent thing. This is a totally independent conversions. And let's say we want to go to kilopascals. We can go directly to it. So get it out of millimeters of mercury and go straight to kilopascals. And what it says is that 760 millimeters of mercury is the same thing as 101.325. Punch that into our calculator. 2.4 kilopascals. There we go. All done. So hopefully those ones are fairly straightforward. And if you have questions, we're going to be doing a bunch of this stuff in class.